Okay. Oh, maybe because I have to press the button going live. You see us?
I don't see, I mean, I have Zoom and I have YouTube open. I should, right?
Do you want to refresh the page?
Oh, there we are.
Right here. Right here. We're live.
Hooray!
Yay! Huzzah! Huzzah! It's working. It's working, you guys. So, um, mm,
Oh, there we are.
oh, hello, Sanjo.
Hooray!
So,
I
so
don't
Beth,
know.
so Beth,
Yeah.
what you could do? Okay, so your Zoom is open, right?
Yeah. Should I just cut it
So
off?
mute your YouTube.
Got you.
Hopefully, you can hear the music through the sharing. Okay, how's about this? Yay! I'm so glad you made it, Jessica. Okay, sorry guys, we're gonna do a quick test run with the music so Beth could hear it. So Beth, let me know if you can hear
Fatal attraction,
Oh, yeah, I can totally
got
hear
some
it.
reaction.
Okay. As I stop here and stare at the guys.
it.
It's so distracting. Okay, so I did not know this. This is a fun, interesting fact that I learned. So there's four different versions of A Shape of Love, right? So we knew that part. So so this is pure genius. So you have the love version, you have the originality version, you have the vibe version, and then you have the everything version. That spells love. I didn't even recognize that at all. I was like, I should know what this is, but I didn't.
I was never good at spelling,
Yeah.
but
Well,
still, you're right. That's embarrassing. We should know.
yeah, which I did not realize at all until I watched the comeback and the guys were saying that, and I
Ooh.
was like, hold up. That is pure genius. Like, here I am, I'm like, oh my gosh, should I get the vibe version or everything? I'm just gonna buy all of the albums, like, how's about that? Just buy everything. So, but yeah, I had no idea about the four
Me
versions.
neither. That's so crazy.
Yeah, so it's like they have like all these like little things that like they all thought about, but like, never I would never think about it.
Right? There's
So,
like you're always talking about Easter eggs. There's like layers on layers on layers here.
mhm.
By the way, you can't really see it, but I'm wearing my Monsta X sweatshirt. Monsta X.
Oh, I'm not at my usual spot, you guys. So you guys get Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops.
Got my
Yeah,
Hyungwon hair and my Monsta X sweatshirt. I'm feeling it today.
yeah. I mean, I have FOMO right now. I wish I could wear like the Monsta X, like my usual Monsta X t-shirt to match with you,
I
but
can't believe you don't carry it everywhere. You're the worst.
I am the worst. But we got our little light stick to listen, for listening to
Yes.
it. So, yeah, we're gonna be little dorks over here.
Um, did anyone else get to see the fan live?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So,
wondering.
yeah, because like Beth and I, we stayed up until like midnight. Wait, no, we started at midnight and they lied to us, per usual, saying that it's gonna be 2.5 hours. It wound up being 3.5.
Yeah.
I mean, not complaining or anything. I'm like, more Monster X, please. Yeah, which is so interesting because like the fan lives that we watch, like TXT and Stray Kids, it was like a lot more like variety show based.
Yeah.
This was kind of like, I wouldn't say even half and half. I felt like they sang a lot more than they did with the variety show. Or maybe the variety show part, like was so much fun because they were explaining everything to us, which
Yes,
was
I
really cool.
really loved how they explain things. I hate when we get to see childhood games and we don't know them and then they don't explain them enough and you're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So I really thought that they did a good job. Plus, they only had two games.
Hmm.
And there wasn't a lot of, I feel like the TXT one, which I loved, but I felt like there was a lot of games. There was like six games.
Yeah.
So from six to two, there's a lot more music.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just really impressed how like each answer that they gave, like I felt like I felt like they were very engaged with International Mom Baby 2, knowing the fact that we were there too. And
Yeah.
then they explained every single answer to us, you know.
Mhm.
Though some pictures didn't need explaining because we watched X-Ray and we got those Easter eggs. Like Beth said, Beth and I talked about the fan live afterwards, and we were both really grateful that we watched X-Ray because like there were a lot of stuff in there that like we were like, oh. That's from X-Ray, like that picture of Shonu and the orange juice
Mhm.
scene. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
iconic. Okay, get it. Drama Rama. You know, there's a llama and then drama Shonu with the orange juice spilling from his face. And you know, we love that episode. You know, from season 2 when they were role playing. So,
And
yeah,
there was the literal one with an X-ray doing the
yeah,
Monsta X hand sign. So yeah,
yeah,
I just thought it was really fun. I mean, we would have enjoyed it no matter what, but because we'd seen stuff and we knew a lot more, it made it a lot more fun. So I was just really happy that we'd made it as far as we had in X-ray so that we could appreciate.
yeah, yeah. So, so Jessica and Sanjo saw it.
I know, so awesome. What song was everyone's favorite? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to choose a favorite. They did so well with their set list because they sprinkled in like some old school stuff from Trespass.
Mm-hmm.
They sprinkled in
In Time is such a favorite, and that's Code.
yeah. And they sprinkled in like their their older songs and then their newer songs too, you know.
Yeah.
So they sang like what, three of them, like
Yeah.
And Love and Burning Up. So which was pretty cool.
I love that they're like, we've talked about this before. They're like super into accessories in this era. It's like jewels, jewels. Here's one more jewels. Oh, breathe. Oh, Sanjo, that's such a good song. I feel like Tammy, is that your number one song? I assumed it would be.
I mean, it starts with a B.
It's burning up, really?
Burning Up is
Wow, I
so
thought it
good
would be
too.
breathe for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, I love Breathe too, you know. So, but Burning Up is really good. Like, there's something about that beat that I really love about it, and also Hyungwon. I gravitate. Not that I don't gravitate to June Honey's or I.M's music because I do, you know. Otherwise, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love them, you know, because the majority is their work, you know. But Hyungwon's like music, like the way that he writes, it's like completely like I don't know, like I'm so hypnotized by his lyrics, you know. So I gravitated towards like Secrets on Gambler, so it was baby. Yeah, Burning Up and Wildfire. Like all three of the guys did like it was like teamwork, but Hyungwon's credited first. So I don't know. Wildfire is like a great song too. I mean, we're gonna get into all the songs right now.
No, yeah. And you basically spent the whole time being like, is Young on my record now? And I was like, yes, get into it.
Okay, I'm gonna fill you guys in. So last night, while we were watching the fan live, and please, you guys, we see all your comments right now, and we're reading them. So please jump in and say whatever you want, because we're reading them. And so last night, Beth and I were zooming. It's always nice to have somebody with you watching these fan lives and commenting and stuff like that. The more I saw Hyungwon, like his personality, I'm like, are you sure you're an introvert? But then I get him though because a lot of people say that about me too. They're like, "Are you sure you're an introvert? You keep saying you're an introvert, you know." But I was like, "Yes, I am." But the more I see Hyungwon like and his like kookiness, like I was
Yeah.
like, he's amazing. Like he's so hilarious, like a freaking comedian. Like stop.
And then he was like so sad at the end. You just want to snuggle him up.
Yeah, I
Poor
got,
baby.
the more I thought about it, the more upset I got about it actually.
Yeah.
Um,
We both cried because he cried for so long.
he cried. Yeah. I was like, Beth, I'm crying.
Yeah. We were both like startled, like, what's going on?
Yeah, yeah. And so we totally cried. But what really got to me when I was thinking about it, even like today, and I was so upset about it. I even tweeted it, tweeted about it on our account, I was like, Beth, I'm taking control of the tweet right now, but it's just really upsetting, that no one should feel so happy that they're so scared to they're so happy with what's going on with their life that they're scared what the future is going to be next, like something awful is going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's an endless loop. Something, when there's light there's dark, and it's a vicious cycle, right? So he's at the light part right now, like where he's extremely happy and he's so happy to see Mon Baby, and then like he's just afraid, like he's like, I don't know if I can endure this, like
Mm.
something nasty might come up. No one should feel like that. Stupid
Yeah.
music industry, why? you know
Why? Why?
they've been through so much, and it's so upsetting. Like no one should feel that way. Like you should be in the moment and be happy,
Mm.
and stuff like that. So
Yes, Jessica, we cried so much too. I love seeing all the songs you like. I totally agree. Blurry Face, amazing. Blurry Face, so
mhm,
good. I also ended up liking a lot of songs more than I thought I would.
mhm.
I have to say, No Limit, I really loved. I loved it so much. And when you love something that much, you're not expecting the next thing to blow you away. Although, of course, this one was amazing. So it actually has kind of grown on me a little bit. The first three songs, I love the last three songs. Wildfire is my actual favorite, and
Oh.
it's the best song on the album. And number five, which I can't pronounce, is the sweetest, best boyfriend vibes ever. But I have somehow grown to love, obviously,
Mhm.
so much. I am hypnotized by the breakdown with all the like harps, and I just think of the glitter bomb in the video.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that noise. I want that noise to be my notification for text messages. Like, I'm sure I can make that happen. I just need to Google that
Yeah.
reminder.
You know,
But yeah, burning up, honestly, it took me the longest to warm up to.
yeah, and this is where our musical tastes like going like are very different. And so I will say like as you I mean some of you guys already know this, but I don't gravitate towards ballads only because or slow paced music only because I don't want to cry. I feel way too much and it's just terrible, I have to be in a certain mood to like listen to like slow music, but I appreciate them a lot. So normally for me, I gravitate more towards like dance, dance music, dance, because like frankly, I like dancing around the house by myself, which is so sad,
Dude,
but that's
there's
just
no
me.
problem with that.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, but I mean, once you start like listening to the lyrics, I mean, like I literally cried, like literally cried when I read Anne's lyrics, like the
Yeah.
first time around. The
Yeah.
first get-go, I was like, I am stop. You're like piercing my heart right now.
I
So,
am really shines on this album.
oh,
Young Won really shines on this album. I have to say, I really appreciate how much time they're both getting, how much I am love singing all of a sudden. Like, I feel like the English albums gave him more confidence with his
yeah,
regular singing.
yeah,
So not only were they great for us, but they were great for them.
yeah,
I don't know. Oh, I just love it so much. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I'm getting a lot more of their side of the story, and they usually hang back a little.
They do. Um, All right, I'm reading through some of the comments right now. This is so amazing, guys. Thank you for commenting, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, we love this. Like, we love to hear like your perspectives on stuff and your favorite songs. Like Jennifer, like Me Too, Burning Up in Wildfire. Wildfire is amazing, Senjo. Okay, Jessica, yes, I was distracted by the. Okay, can we talk about the. Okay, very quickly before we jump into.
Did you
Um,
guys see that? She just started that sentence 3 times and all she was thinking was red outfits, red outfits. She like couldn't compute, couldn't process.
there's no editing here. Usually when we do like our reaction videos, I'm like, I'm gonna edit that part out because I am like on loop right now because I cannot contain myself. But yeah, I'm on loop again because those okay, the fan live red outfits, what the what? You know, like what? You know? Oh my.
I was like, never stop this moment. Also, can we talk about Hyungwon's hair, which is
Amazing.
always perfect? Every era, I feel like he has the best hair. The hairstylist loves him. But that like dark gray, I was calling it pewter, where it's
Yeah.
like slightly
Peter's perfect.
disheveled. Like, what is he? Like a romance hero from the Victorian age? He's so freaking gorgeous. Like when he was crying and he was so beautiful, and you were like, stop crying, Angel. Stop
Oh my
crying.
gosh.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. So Monster Brothers no more because like freaking Kihyun was wearing a see-through black shirt. I was like, "Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Like, what?" And then I look over to Hyungwon. I'm like, I see a crop top, like see-through. Like, what am I looking right now?
Have
What?
we had a double crop top? It feels like it's been a long time. Probably what? The last time they had double crop top was probably Shonu and Wonho. So
Yeah.
I was just like, what is happening?
Ah, I don't know.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, I'm very convinced that Shoni had a discussion with like y'all better step it up while I'm gone, you know?
Right? Do you see, Jessica? I totally agree with your comments. Yes, that's what I was saying. I was like, somebody had to pick up those mantles. They're like, people expect Monsta X to have abs, and we know you have them, even if you won't show them, Jew honey. We know they're there.
Oh, they're there. Oh, they're there. Like
And I just wish you would show them off. You worked hard for them.
I mean, his arms are defined, you know. I see that. I see you, Jew honey.
Also, Young One's arms when they were in the last encore and they were wearing like the merch, I was just like, holy bananas! You don't even have the ones with the sleeves cut off, and I can tell there's stuff going on under there. I was like, ah.
Whoa.
And how much do you love Dancing with Props, Tammy?
Oh,
It's like your number one thing.
please.
It's like body rolls, then Dancing with Props. 1, 2.
Please. Oh,
So I know I Am was everything for you.
I am was everything to me. I was like, please. Okay, please. So, all right. So we are hitting the 20-minute mark. We don't want to take up too much of your time. The album is about 16 minutes, but of course, after each song, we are going to talk about it. Please jump in and give us your opinion of each song as well. We're gonna start with sorry, this is actually we're gonna start with Love first, and then we're gonna go in order of the album. But yeah, um, preferably I wanted to play the video, but it's gonna be blocked. So then we're all gonna get disconnected. So we're gonna do lyric videos. So at least you guys get to see the translation on there too if you haven't. So it'll be fun.
Hey.
So y'all ready?
Yes. Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
And
Ready.
if you have your light stick, feel free to do that.
Oh, wait, quick. Jennifer May, I'm looking at your comment and I just want to say I thought it was so hilarious that was so nervous about his dad being able to see his tattoo on display, but didn't care that he was literally head to toe pearls. I I loved it. It was so cute. I was like, ah.
It's so funny. What was it, Minyak that said like, "Oh, look at your back," you know?
Yeah, and he was
And
like,
it's just like,
"Don't, my dad's here."
I was like,
Just thought it was cute. Sorry, sidebar. Everyone knows I am. Everything he does is cute.
yeah, he's only your bias. I'm just saying. Just saying. All
You're
right.
honest too. Okay, go ahead.
And
Sorry.
then wait, one more comment. Remember when Hyungwon used to be shy about his back? Yeah, homeboy is not shy about his back anymore. Jessica actually sent me like his back day workout and he was shirtless. And I was like, bro, like your lats are huge and you have a huge upper body. My gosh. I mean, I have upper body envy right now from him when I saw the workout video. Only because I want to do a pull up, you guys. So that's me and my gym nerdiness.
More crop tops.
Yes, but more crop top for sure. I'm all for that. The stylists are amazing. All right, so let's begin it and let's have some fun.
All right. Woo woo.
Woo woo.
넌 사랑이 뭐라고 생각해?
Ugh,
I know, right?
so sexy. I love this bass.
Yeah. So
We love it this time right now. We back again once again. 아직 못 잊어 지나온 시간에 우린 이미 헤매고 있던 데든 사랑의 의미 이제야 찾아낸 너와의 시절 속에 다시 빠져들어 순수했던 날의 너와의 감정을 꺼낸 이 순간 No reason 어디든 Just go for me 걸음이 느려진 후에도 얼리뻔히 계속 지금 이대로
There's so much I am voice.
that's amazing.
저를 알고 또 다시 한번 Look me like you did 처음 본 순간부터 내겐 그저만 love for me baby 숨길 수 없어 난 내게 그저만 love for me baby Shop for the love, shop for the love Tell me Shop for the love, shop for the love Tell me 이 순간이 영원하게 기도해 This make me crazy
This part. I love this part.
Sit back and enjoy the show. Feel my rhythm and flow. We can take it fast or slow. Come to my party. 딱 한 번이면 넌 다시 내게 BRB. You, only you be my VIP. You, 어차피 나랑 같이 B.I.G. 더 피하지 못한다는 같이 B.I.E. 나 역시 거침없이 언제나 Hello V. 산 앞에 좀 이상한 예상의 빅. 너를 유혹하기엔 충분한 이 비트. 벗어나기는 든 you gotta say me. 처음 본 순간부터 내겐 그저만 love for me baby. 숨길 수 없어 난 내게 그저만 love for me baby. Shop for the love, shop for the love. Tell me Shop for the love, shop for the love. Tell me 이 순간이 영원하게 기도해 This make me crazy. Come and get it.
Ah.
Show me baby. Sit back and enjoy the show. Feel my rhythm and flow. We can take it fast or slow.
If you want me, then that's with me.
Step it up, 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 step it up. Step with me, you gotta feel me. 마지막쯤은 나와 함께 우리나는 아무 말도 하지 마. Sit back and just enjoy our show. 처음 본 순간부터 내겐 그저만 love for me baby. 숨길 수 없어 난 내게 그저만 love for me baby. Shop for the love, shop for the love. Tell me Shop for the love, shop for the love. Tell me 이 순간이 영원하게 기도해 This make me crazy. Step with me my heart. 이 모든 걸 은폐해 이 순간이 영원하게 기도해 This make me crazy.
Ah.
Okay, you guys tell me what is your favorite part in this song, Beth? And anyone else, please tell us
Ooh,
what your
favorite part in this song? Anytime I am sings, anytime I am asks me to dance, anytime I am speaks, anytime I am's there.
Oh, okay. That works. Yeah, I would have to say like the way, oh my gosh, he is so saucy, you know. Oh my goodness, it's
No.
so good. Yeah, when he says like dance with me, I'm like
Uh, uh,
reaching out.
I feel like I always say like I am's voice is like melting caramel, and I feel like Young Wan's voice is aerated whipped cream. It's like
Mm.
light and like soft, and I don't know. I want to take a bath in it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sanjo. Like Minyak's voice is like honey.
He
And
also gets to shine a lot in this album.
I love the beginning sequence of the song when he starts like singing. It's just so freaking amazing, you know. I'm like very tempted to play that part.
Do it.
Let me
Play it.
hold on. Hold on.
We back
It's like
again once again. 아직 못 잊어 지나온 시간에 우린 이미 헤매고 있던 듯한 사랑의 의미 이제야 찾아낸 너와의 시절 속에 다시
okay, yeah, that part is just like so freaking amazing. Like
He's
that,
so saucy. He sounds like Jew Honey.
yeah, that part right there, like of Minyak, is like totally out of his realm. Like he normally doesn't do that, you know,
Yeah.
clearly, you know. And so it's like kind of like a rapping, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like so saucy. I love it. So good.
I totally agree with you, Jennifer May. I love when Hyungwon and Kihyun sing together. Any harmony they do, it is so gorgeous. Their voices fit together perfectly.
Oh my gosh. Yes, when they do the switches, that is like excuse me? The first time I heard it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love it when they switch and ad lib." Ugh.
So
Let's-
good. Sunjo, oh my gosh, that is Tammy's favorite part. Tammy loves anytime she can sing along with the rap.
Yeah.
And you specifically are able to sing those spelling parts. Hilarity, since I said I couldn't spell earlier. But I know you love those. You love those.
I do. I do. Like, I think I got a little bit too much into it in the reaction video. There was a slight delay, so everyone's probably thinking like, "What is wrong with this girl?" Okay. But that wasn't me. That was Zoom. So,
Jew Honey also, he pops up on you every day and he's like, "Hi, you sure? Still not your wrecker?" I feel
know.
like you sometimes are like, "Yes, you are."
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's really funny. So there's this whole history that I keep telling about Monsta X. Like, if you guys been with us in the beginning when we first discovered Monsta X, I kept saying Jew Honey is like our mutual friend Daniel. We used to work together, and his mannerisms, everything was exactly like Daniel. Like just the way he jokes. Like the only thing is that's different is that one, he's a dad, and two, he's not a singer, you know, but if he was a singer, he would be Jew Honey, you know? So their mannerisms and personalities the same. But this, like after watching like Love, I'm like, oh my, I don't think you're Daniel anymore. I
What
mean,
you
that pressing went
a
away.
genius.
I'm like, oh my, oh my, oh my.
Gosh. So sexy. This
Oh,
song is really sexy, and they do it in typical Monsta X fashion, aka like no one else. It's so good.
yes. And Mon Bebe Treasures Test, yes. That come and get it, come and get it.
Oh my gosh.
Show me, baby. I'm like, ooh. What? Excuse me?
I've noticed they always let I am say the sauciest bits, like in Love Killa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we will never forget that part.
I have to
want-
see that live. I must see that live.
I mean, bro, he's saying I want you to eat me like a main dish. And I'm like, okay. Anyways,
Sidebar.
any moment that I could say that line, I will. So
With a straight face, please. A minute. But yeah, I feel like Honey doesn't get enough credit. He is so gorge. Like, yes, he's talented. Yes, he can literally produce, write, and rap and sing.
Yeah.
But he's also gorge and funny. And, like, it's not his fault he ended up standing next to Hyungwon. Like, it's not fair.
I
It's not
know.
fair.
No.
He's beautiful. And I just think he deserves, like, lots of love and support. I just love him so much.
Yeah.
Even if he's crop top adjacent.
Yeah, this is definitely, I feel like, a masterpiece in terms of like the blends of genres. Like there's I don't know any other band that could blend the way that he can. I mean, I'm even thinking about American artists too, you
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh
And
yes.
so to
They
blend,
have surpassed many artists I have loved for a long time.
yeah.
They are just so phenomenal, and they're always growing and changing. Every album, every mini, every single is growth.
Yeah.
Even if they don't end up liking it and they go in a different direction, it's still like they are fearless. They try everything.
Yeah.
It's so admirable. Ugh, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's definitely admirable because like they experiment a lot, and that's why I respect a lot about June Honey. You know,
Mhm.
like he creates these beautiful sounds, you know, and like this love is just like what 1 second it's like I'm listening to hip hop, and then the next second I'm listening to jazz, and then the next
Right?
second I'm like, what pop?" You know? So it's like all blended into one,
Mhm.
and it's such a musical genius, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no, like it's very rare, you know, of that like a person to have. Oh man, oh, so much talent.
Just
I
love
can't
them.
even. I
And like I said, I really love that part in the video where the glitter's like shimmering. It's like
yeah.
even without that visual, the sound alone, it's like a shimmery, watery, like delicious, drippy moment.
Mm,
Like it just conveys so much in that weird little breakdown
yeah.
that makes no sense, but is my favorite part.
Yeah.
After anything I am does.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so let's move on to the next track. We actually talked about love in our reaction video too. We did a reaction video. If you guys haven't seen that, we talked about it for a good 25 solid minutes. So
We're always like, it's a 4-minute song. It'll be
yeah,
quick. No,
no,
never.
it's like a 25 to 30-minute video with Monsta. So go ahead and check that out because I know we're missing some parts to that. So but yeah.
Oh, Sanjo, I totally agree. Tammy and I had a long conversation about how long that glitter. It's still in their shower, 100%.
Yeah.
I bet they threw away those sheets.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Keehan said that like the fourth day, you know, he still found glitter. So I was like, yep, believable.
Please.
Okay, so I'm wondering if they did rock, paper, scissors, you know, to see who's gonna get glittered up, you know?
No, obviously Hyungwon. That was like a deal breaker. I would have been, I mean, if I was working on the video, I'm like, well, that guy definitely gets glittered, obviously. Was it only like 2 guys? Was it 2 guys or 3 guys? I don't
Nope,
remember.
just two. So it's Hyungwon and Kihan, they were a unit with the glitter, and then Minhyuk and I am their own unit in that white tunnel with
Oh,
colors, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
Ju Honey shine while walking through, you know, to the stage.
Ugh, he looks
So
so good in that white suit.
yeah,
Please.
yeah. I wish I
Ugh.
could play the music video, but again, we're gonna get disconnected and be blocked. So
That's
sorry,
fine.
guys.
That's fine. Let's move on to the next one
All
because
right.
Burning Up is some people's favorite songs. I know your favorite and somebody else on here. I'm so sorry. I forgot who. Let me scroll through the comments. Do, 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 do.
So while Beth is doing that, I'll talk about burning up a little bit. So I don't know if you guys know.
Treasure chest. Mom, baby, treasure's chest. Burning
Yes.
up, close second.
Yeah, so with burning up, we touched about this lightly in our reaction video, and we talked about it. So Rehab accidentally tweeted burning up before the release, and so Starship freaked out and he pulled down his tweets. But his tweet was like, "If you retweet this 20,000 times, I'm gonna give you guys like more, more content of burning up." And so Mon Bebe went nuts, of course, like retweeting like crazy. But then he had to pull down the tweet because, the album wasn't released yet or whatnot. So it's like, oops. And then it became a hashtag. It started trending where it said free, like hashtag free rehab, like why? Like
So
let him do his
silly.
thing. So he was doing marketing for the boys. He's super stoked, super excited. I saw his comment on the Love music video. It was so amazing. Like he's so supportive of the guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Rehab a lot. He's actually one of my favorite DJs. So fun.
So a match made in heaven for you.
Yeah.
Fatal attraction 거친 reaction 새롭게 시작하는 move 은근한 떨림
I mean, come
너에게 I'm
on.
falling
No, please.
순간을 메워 어리론 Baby I'm honestly 너도 알겠지만 지금이 시작이 Baby I'm overcome 다시 돌이키긴 Yeah I'm in the danger zone I'm burning up it's hot I'm getting hotter I'm burning up you set my fire I'm hopeless all I need is your love 그려버린 내게 맘속에 너를 그리고 싶어 for all I'm burning up I'm burning up I'm burning up I'm burning up yeah yeah oh no 빛이 된 새벽을 가득 채우고 싶어 너와 I'm burning up 오묘한 표정 너의 시선에 내 눈은 걸음을 맞춰 좋은 시선들 신경 쓸 겨를 뭘 필요하던 걸 you know Baby I'm honestly 너도 알겠지만 지금이 시작이 Baby I'm overcome 다시 돌이키긴 Yeah I'm in the danger zone I'm burning up it's hot I'm getting hotter I'm burning up you set my fire I'm hopeless all I need is your love 그려버린 내게 맘속에 너를 그리고 싶어 for all I'm burning up I'm burning up I'm burning up I'm burning up yeah yeah oh no 빛이 된 새벽을 가득 채우고 싶어 너와 I'm burning up Baby you got me wrapped round your finger 나는
So pretty.
like a sinner I never saw it coming
Oh,
But I'm addicted to your loving Whoa. I'm burning up it's hot I'm getting hotter I'm burning up you set my fire I'm hopeless all I need is your love 그려버린 내게 맘속에 너를 그리고 싶어 for all I'm burning up I'm burning up I'm burning up I'm burning up yeah yeah oh no 빛이 된 새벽을 가득 채우고 싶어 너와 I'm burning up I'm burning up I'm burning up I'm burning up yeah yeah oh no 빛이 된 새벽을 가득 채우고 싶어 너와 I'm burning up
Ugh, so good.
yeah.
Yay. So Hyungwon, the intent of this song, he was talking about this during the comeback show, and he said that well, Minyak brought it up first. Like, there's different kind of fires, like fire. Well, we'll talk about wildfire because it's a different kind of fire, right? But burning up, he was saying that it was like, okay, you started like a new love, right? Or dating or whatever during and then the pandemic hits, and
Mm.
then it's like when you see that person again, it's like all this fire that just comes out, like this like crazy love, that you just have for that person, And so I was like, oh wow. I was like, wow, the passion. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I really love this track a lot. I love the switch. That was my favorite part between Hyungwon and Minhyuk. Um, when Minhyuk says that he's a sinner. I mean, okay,
probably.
yeah, are we all? So, the beat is just for me like I love this type of beat. It's so catchy. I love it. I know that Lassa mentioned before, like she's not on here, but she's like, yeah, this song has like a retro feel to it, which I could kind of see, but yeah, like I just love this song. So good.
I assume it's already on your lifting playlist.
It's on my lifting playlist, 100%. It's very hard for some of these songs to go on my lifting playlist. So, and it is. Yeah.
I think Mom Baby's Treasure Chest is totally right. No longer conservative, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Very
I
true.
really I like this song. I don't know why. It just took me a little while to come around to it. I feel like it spends a lot of time in third gear.
Mhm.
I just keep waiting for it to like kind of like jump over the edge. But then I kind of realized that it's more a song about the journey, not about the destination. So it
Mhm.
does have that like chugging along kind of a feel to it.
Mhm.
Um, so I do like it a lot. I just feel like I guess I thought it would be more of like a party anthem and it isn't, which is fine.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
need it. So sometimes when you come in with like those pre-expectations of what a song's going to sound like, you have to like readjust like what you were thinking.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love the collab. I do think it's interesting that this is what the third like serious, like well-known EDM artist that has collaborated with them.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is more than almost any other K-pop band.
Yeah.
So they are heard and seen and known throughout the world.
Yeah.
Which makes me super happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it took me a little time to warm up to it, but I wouldn't say I'm burning yet, but I'm pretty close. Of course, there's nothing but love for me from, I am my favorite starting fairy. But I do think, yeah, the Minhyuk Hyungwon in here is so good.
It's
So good.
so
And
good.
actually listening to Kihan right now just reminded me what a flirt he was during the fan live last night.
Yes.
I was just picturing his face looking into the camera, like winking at us, and I was like,
Mm.
Kihan.
Yeah. Yeah. You just gave me that visual. Thanks.
Sorry, I
I'm like,
distracted her.
I was like, you just broke my thought, and I just see Kian's face.
Yeah.
He's my bias, by the way. He's my old bias. Someone got knocked out, so
Oh,
um,
we don't talk about that.
yeah, we don't talk anymore. but but yeah, I this track. What is interesting too is they don't rap in this. There's no rap line, pure singing, which is like amazing. I love our rap line, but their vocals are like off the charts on this one.
They can do
Like
both. They can do everything. It's so crazy.
yeah, like they're. I feel like they're very few rappers that are really that have vocal ranges like this, you know, like
Mhm.
that could sing really, really well.
Yeah,
Um,
Giovanni has an incredible range.
oh my gosh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And we talked about IM's you know, low key register before, you know, and
Yeah.
how like
Oh.
amazing it is, you know.
And also a treat because there are a lot more, tenors out there. Not all of them good.
Mm-mm.
Um, but there's a lot more tenors than baritones and basses. So
Yeah.
it's more unusual, especially to find someone who like
Yeah.
sounds like Velvet.
Yeah. Um, my wish list though is a remix of this song. That would potentially have them like have a rap portion in here because with Play It Cool, which I really love by the way, they have a pure English version that is on Steve Aoki's album, and then they have their Korean version, which is on their album clearly. But I love the Korean version more because there's the rap line in there, you know, like
Yeah.
they add I am's like rap in there, you know?
Without
So,
them doing that, it's like a different flavor. I mean, I love this song. It's great.
yeah,
But you're right. It is a little less Monsta X without the rap.
yeah. So, I mean, it's my favorite song, but just a wish list, you know,
Yeah.
like one day maybe they could you remix it in, or maybe they just thought like, you know, well, maybe it wouldn't fit, you know, or maybe they try, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
But that is an interesting idea. They could do a remix and whatever verses they weren't sure if they worked, they could somehow work them in there,
yeah,
which would be super cool.
yeah, that would be amazing. So
Yeah.
that is just my wish list. But
Yeah.
I still love the song. This song is still my number one.
Yeah. It's a
Um,
really great song. You really picture it like getting ready to go out or at a club or driving around,
this is the perfect clubbing song.
It is a perfect clubbing song, honestly. That would be what I would freak out if I heard this in a club.
Yeah, yeah. This is like one of those songs where you jump up and down like falling.
No.
So like you jump up and down crazy with your light stick. So I mean, yeah, you could bet on it in June that I will go nuts over this song.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys, let's move on to Breathe.
Ooh, which I know is several people's favorite, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I just assumed it would be Tammy's favorite because it reminds me a lot of like Rotate
Oh,
or some of those other super sexy songs.
I mean, I do love
Um,
me some of those songs. Don't get me
oh,
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these songs are close hair, you know? Like, I don't know. Maybe next week I'll be like, Beth, I love Breathe, you know? Yeah. I mean,
I do feel like 9 times out of 10, I love one song. I'm like, this is my favorite. And then like 2 months later, I'm like, this is my favorite. It's a totally different song.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, like before, I mean, on One of a Kind, I was like, oh my gosh, like I really love Secrets, and then somehow Rotate like became like my number one song, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, oh, I love Rotate. Okay, anyway, I'll stop myself why I love it so much. But let's start Breathe.
Yay! Let's do it.
Let's do it.
How you feel it 너를 보면 여긴 찬란히 빛난
Like,
California
that makes me happy.
I know, weren't you surprised at first?
나를 쥐어지고 더 미치게 해 Take deep breath 오고 가는 공기에 Take deep breath 깊이 빠져들어 숨을 쉬어봐 Take
Ah!
breath
Ah!
서로에게
Picture his face while he's singing. That's so pretty. Too Money, come on. Yes, Sanjo. Let's go.
숨을 쉬어봐 Take deep breath 입이 서로에게 선을 넘어 물들여놔 See 한순간 다 너 때문에 crazy Yeah crazy yeah baby
마셔봐. Take deep breath. Yeah, baby, 서로에게 손을 넘어 물들여 놔. Take deep breath. Take deep breath. 서로에게 깊이 빠지면 돼. Deep breath. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
Such a great outro.
Yeah. So good. Oh my god.
Ah!
So good.
Yay!
It's like so short. So short. My gosh.
Oh my gosh. First of all, let's start with the most important question. Who do you think is doing all that heavy breathing at the end? I mean, I don't know.
I don't
I'm kind
know.
of assuming it's Too Honey, but there's really no basis for that.
I mean, I don't know. Don't make me turn red again. Oh my
Oh my.
gosh.
Oh my. Oh my. I like to think they all got a few phrases in, but we'll see. One day we'll ask that question.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
mean,
this song, I feel like, does have kind of like a retro feel to it. It's again, it speaks to another time, but like feels very timeless at the same time. So it's like, which makes no sense. Sorry, guys, circular reasoning there. But I feel like the horns and stuff kind of hark back to like a more like kind of luxe, lavish, Monte Carlo party vibe from the 70s, but it feels very modern and current. A lot of that has to do with the guys' incredibly sexy voices. Did you notice how everyone just kind of like floats in this song? Like, I feel like they tried to keep it light, like the title. So they all kind of are a little wispy, except for Kihyun, who does not know how to not be a vocal powerhouse. Sorry.
vocal king. Ugh.
He's super good in this song, I feel
Yeah.
like. That's another reason I thought you'd love it.
I mean, I do. I was gonna say my favorite part is Kihyun like ad-libbing in here too. It's just like so sexy, you know, like ugh, my gosh. But I will say though, you and Kihyun are on the same wavelength because he said that this song is he felt that all of the members shined with their vocal range in this particular song. So,
And he's right. They totally did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that is him. He knows how to write for them.
Yeah. And so, I love Minyek's voice in here too. I mean, oh my gosh. Like, just reading the translation, like, cross the line, I'm like, oh. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm sorry, you guys. This is the first time reading the translation for Breathe right now, you know? So I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Now I see.
Now it's all
okay.
making sense.
Now I know why Beth keeps saying, like, I'm surprised you didn't like this song first, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Ugh. So amazing.
But the what else? There's like so many good things about this song. It has that great beat. It's the like I said, I really love a horn section. And it's not like it doesn't feel cheesy. It feels like it's like sometimes horns are like children's choirs, right? Like you don't always need them. Okay, I know they're telling you the song will sound better if a bunch of kids are singing it. It won't. So I kind of love that this takes those tropes and kind of like turns it on their head.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so good. Everyone, the as we keep saying, the distribution of parts, everyone shines.
It's so good.
Ugh, like
I'm loving the line distribution, like for everyone on this
and
album.
this is the second song in a row where there's no rap, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This song or this EP was felt very vocal line
Yes.
forward.
Yeah.
It felt like Juhani and I am were like, oh, we're vocal line who just occasionally rap. And I was like, what?
I'm like,
What's
what?
happening? I mean, they
Yeah.
can, but I was just a little surprised.
Yeah.
Luckily they're both geniuses and can do everything. So
Yes.
it doesn't hurt too bad.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the first 3 songs, are they still your favorite on the album so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just doing a check, just reading the room.
Yeah. The reason why Beth said that is because we did an album preview as well. We jumped on that real fast, and when we were listening to the album preview, Beth said that the last 3 tracks were her favorite, and the first 3 tracks were mine. So, still that way. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Breathe is gonna cross over now that I saw the translations. You know.
Right?
But,
Hey, it's still in the top 3.
it really is. Really is.
We start the B-sides, aka the Beth sides,
Mhm.
with track 4, Wildfire.
Yep. And before we move on, I love Jennifer's comment saying from the X-ray game, it would make sense for it to be Juhani or Hyungwon since apparently they have the best lung capacity.
So true.
100%.
So true.
I love it.
I want to think it's Hyungwon. I really do. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just feel like I can see him doing it and then like laughing. And then Hyuk like laughing at him in the booth.
Yeah.
It's making me giggle from a team standpoint. So
Yeah.
I agree. I want to go with your choice. Let's do it.
I was like, I don't know. Do you want to hear the breathing again?
Come on, Sunjo. Yeah. Breathing. Let's do a quick experiment and see if we can really recognize it. Go ahead and cue that up for us.
Okay. Is this too far back?
Yes.
I think it might be Juhani.
I think it is too.
Yeah. Damn. Damn. By a freaking hair. I don't know. I might switch to Breathe to tomorrow, you guys.
Look what we've done, guys.
Oh. All right, let's move on to Wildfire. I know
Yay!
Wildfire is a lot of people's favorites.
So Wildfire, I feel like Wildfire is the song that you instantly connect to, at least for me. I feel like I instantly was like, I get the song, I know the song, I love this song. It feels like a song I've always known.
Yeah, I mean, during the album preview, you totally, like, the moment you heard a snippet
like-
of it, you just jumped on and you're like, this is my song. This is my song. The video doesn't lie, girl. Video doesn't lie. All right, y'all ready? Let's do it.
Yes. Wait. Now I'm ready.
Wait. Oh, I'm like, wait. Okay.
Sorry, girl. Sorry.
Okay.
Look at I am. Yeah. What? Young Won, do not look at me like that.
I don't know.
Take it, guys.
Burning emotions I can't want to
Yes.
slow. You're moving fast, buddy, I want to slow. How can
And
I
this song's
trust, but
English,
you
which is
don't
crazy.
wanna love?
Yeah.
Give me your love, I can give you my all. You can make me down on your knees,
That.
doesn't matter.
Ugh, I love that.
How many times do you really think of me? I'm just trying to get, I'm just paying for love. I feel like it's
And then this.
I sit with my head and I can't fight. I don't think I know the feeling that's in my chest.
That's the best.
Twisting, turning, breaking out in sweat inside this room. I find my doom. You pulled me in like a
And then Keon, come on. This song is also perfect for body rolls. That's all I see.
Flexing.
A single touch in the fast fire. I'm burning up on the inside. Wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh. Wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh my god, fire zone. 제발 따좀. 나 좀 놔줘. Cause I'm in my zone. 여기 남아도. 너가 날 가둔. 우거진 불숲 속에 불길 같은 두려운 마음. 어차피 피하지도 못하는 너만 느낀 괴해진 방법 날 다시 때론 내버려두기엔 이미 아름다워 보이는 지독한 상처 속 그 위 씻겨 내려가 버리는 비 다시 태울게 불씨.
Feel like it's a riddle messing with my head and I can't fight. I don't think I know the feeling that's in my chest. I'm up all night, twisting, turning, breaking out in sweat inside this room. I found my doom. You pulled me in like a riptide. This fire, this thick and it spreads like wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh. Wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh. A single touch in the fast fly. I'm burning up on the inside. Wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh. Wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh. I need your love, I need your life. So baby, could you ease my mind? I chase my fears, I fall behind. You pulled me in like a riptide. This fire, this thick and it spreads like wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh. Wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh. A single touch in the fast fly. I'm burning up on the inside. Wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh. Wildfire, wildfire. Oh, oh, oh.
I love this part. So beautiful.
Oh, oh, oh.
Ah! Yay!
So, this song is, of course, we know the main lyricist on here is Hyungwon. He was credited first, and I.M and Honey also took part of the song. So Honey was saying that this showcases their teamwork, through this song. I love Hyungwon and how he challenges himself. It's crazy because he could have written this whole song in Korean and just left it at that. English is like what, his second, third, fourth language?
Yeah.
The man knows like Chinese and like I don't
Japanese
know,
and
English, like
English, Korean,
definitely
whatever.
not his first,
Spanish.
Yeah. So yeah, right. And so he said he wrote this in English so that people could analyze it and pick it apart.
Which is so baller to be like, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just amazing. And so this is such it's such a cool vibe,
I just wanted to talk about the comments real quick here because Jennifer May, I completely agree with you. The melodrama of Inside This Room, I found my doom. That is so Hyungwon. Hyungwon is actually, he has this great gift of similes and alliteration. To your point, Tammy, he doesn't just know English, he's fluent. Like he gets the idiosyncrasies of the language and the nuance, and he plays into them perfectly.
Yeah.
So I really, really like that. And I also agree with you, Jessica. I love it when they do a song in English, but then the rap's still in Korean. Or I love it if there's more than one language in the song. We're always talking about like part of the things I'm always saying to people who are like, how can you listen to Korean music? You don't know Korean. It's like, well, first of all, there is Duolingo. I'm trying. Second of all, you can love music without understanding it. We're lucky enough we can Google these lyrics anytime we want. But even without that, I would still love this band. I would still love these songs.
Yeah. Lily left a beautiful comment about like all her thoughts about these songs. Unfortunately, she's not here to talk about it with us, but you guys should see that comment. It's under our community board. I forget which post it was. It was the post that I said like, oh yeah, we're gonna stream live, when she wrote like this long post about or was it the it was the post that said like, oh, I can't do a poll, sad, I can't do a poll because I love polls, you guys, and I couldn't do it because there are 6 songs and they only limited me to 5. So it's not fair to
Ew.
lump in 2 songs together when they're clearly separate. So I posed a question to all the mom baby out there and asked them like, which one's your favorite song? And so Lily made a beautiful comment on the community board. And what I liked what she said about Wildfire is that she loved that Hyungwon pretty much said, okay, Ju Honey, you do it in Korean, like rap in Korean, because he wanted him to convey what he wanted to say, a maximal point, like through singing Korean.
Yeah.
And if he wanted to send that message, like to the T, sing it in Korean, I
Yeah.
mean, that's your thing. You do you, boo, so,
Because we
he
love
said,
it.
yeah, yeah, and Hyungwon said exactly the same thing, like he said, okay, well, I came to June Honey and he basically said like, do the rap in Korean. But the cool thing is the cool thing about artists is that these guys are so talented, like crazy talented. He figured out the rap portion after Idol Radio. And
What?
so, if you, I'm sure you guys all know, but Ju Honey and Hyungwon, they're both DJs on the Idol radio show. So when they're both going home, or two, I'm not sure if it was going home or whatnot, but he figured out the rap portion for this song after, I think it was after the Idol radio, which is like so crazy to me. Like some people just sit down and they like kind of like let it brew for a little bit, and he
He
just
knew.
he just knew. Crazy. Crazy. So I wanted to go back to the point too about the different types of love that they have on, I mean, this album's called Shape of Love, and the different types of fire that we were talking about. So the fire that you guys heard from Burning Up was, passionate love, new love, whatever, like when you fall for somebody and you just have that burning passion, that's
We
burning
got to
up.
see them every minute of every day.
Yes. You're like, man, can I just like see you right now? But this part right here is a different kind of fire, right? It's like a wildfire. When you think about wildfires, you think about destruction, chaos. Like it's a wildfire.
Mhm.
And this is a type of fire that a different kind of fire that he's representing in this song. It's like, man, you are dangerous. This is a
Well, I
dangerous
kind of think Kehan says it
fire.
best when his lyric about it's sick and
Yeah.
it's spreading.
Mm-hmm.
It's they don't, Hyungwon doesn't mince his words in this.
Yeah.
Like he's straight up like, you're bad for me. I should probably run.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. But like it's not about placating anyone or pretending like this is bad. We shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Like, we're always talking about how people it seems like these poor guys got their hearts broken a lot.
Yes.
But it also seems like they put themselves in situations where they can get their heart broken a lot.
I
Which is fine because I do the same. So thank you.
know. Yeah.
I see you.
These songs are
But
just
yeah,
so
I
relatable.
feel like that line is also really beautiful. There's a menace, it maybe isn't the right word, but it is for the instrumentation. I think there's a little bit of like a menacing, creeping, stalking kind of effect. This song does tell of impending doom. I mean, there is a bleakness to this song, even though it's still exciting. It's so interesting. There's like so many layers in here. And I just think Hyungwon does such a good job of really building the tension, not just vocally, but like also in your ear with the music.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's hypnotizing. I love like whatever the background noise is. I don't even know. One of those weird noises that you're always talking about. You're like, did you hear
Yep.
that? Like doodly doo.
Yep. Yep. Hear it
So
all.
I just feel like you can only picture people grinding slow dancing to this. There is no other option.
Nope.
This song is filthy. And I love it. It is definitely probably for this week my favorite song on the album.
Yeah. It just rotates, right? Yeah. Yeah, who
Yeah,
doesn't like a
yeah.
filthy
Oh,
song?
Mom Baby's
Right.
Treasure Chest, you're so right. I love when you can hear the match burning. It's
Yeah.
just like again, those subtleties. Every single song titled Secret that Hyungwon apparently has a lot of secrets has worked on also has those that like range of subtlety in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, oh yeah, it's I do feel like there's desperation and pain, but I also feel like it's like almost it feels inevitable.
Yeah.
You know, when you know something's hot, and you're like, don't touch that. You're looking at your hand going,
Yeah.
don't do it.
And
Don't
you do it anyways.
don't do it. Or when someone's like, this smells disgusting, smell this. And you're like, sure. No, don't do it.
I mean, going back to Kihan, I mean, he said it best in his line, like, you pull me in like a riptide,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like, you're so
This love is
mesmerizing. I just
sick.
can't help it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, this song is just crazy. Like,
This
ugh,
song is good. It's like hypnotic.
it's
You
very
could put this
hypnotic.
song on repeat for an hour and you wouldn't know really.
And that's when you know that song is so good, you
Right.
know? Oh, ugh. All right, you guys. So we are gonna move on. Oh, Monbed Treasure's Chest. Yes, the crackling fire in the background. Ugh,
Yes.
yes.
So good. So
I
good.
know, right?
There's just so many little details in
Little
this song.
nuances. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know Hyungwon had such a hand in it, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like those are his touches.
Yeah. Ugh. Going back to the fan live really quickly. Like one of the things that he said that he wished that he um did in the past was learn how to do song production earlier so that he could give
Yes.
Monbebe more music like this, you
Yeah.
know? And honestly, that's like such a sweet thing to say, you know?
Yes. He's like,
It's
I
like,
wish I'd been working harder longer for you. What?
I'm like, oh,
He's
sweet.
so cute. And I also thought it was amazing. It's like, you know, he came to it late. He wasn't interested really. I know tons of people. I come from a performance background, so I know tons of people who do not give a shit about production. That's
Yeah.
not what they're there for.
Yeah.
They don't it's not about that for them, which
Yeah.
is fine. That's great. Everyone should do their, you know, can't have too many chiefs anyway.
Yeah.
So I do think it's interesting that like Hyungwon came to it late, but he still is able to make these amazing things when he's basically pretty new
Oh, yes.
at putting any of this together. Now, yes, he has a long amount of experience in the industry, so he knows what he likes. He knows the technical terms for things, but he's still, I mean, he's a newbie at this. And this song's so intricate.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. And I love how he one of my favorite things about his songs is there's a simplicity to them.
Mm-hmm.
There is ease about the melody that's you can instinctively sing along.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like simple is the hardest hat trick to pull off.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if
it
when you
really
strip
is.
everything away, then there's nothing to fall back on. And he's just so good.
Yeah.
Can Hyungwon be good at everything? That is crazy.
The answer is yes.
This is so unfair for everyone else.
Yeah, and you know, like,
But we're
writing-
lucky, so thank you.
Yeah. Writing is totally a different beast. You know,
Mhm.
writing versus being an artist slash performer.
Yeah.
You know, and for him to dive into the songwriting playing field is amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, he knows
Yeah.
song structure. He's a DJ and all that, but
Yeah.
this
it's
is very
tough.
different. Yeah, it's a lot more like giving birth to a baby and being like, you guys like it?
Yeah.
Or is it ugly? What do you think? So I just am impressed like with people who have the guts to step up and do that.
Yeah.
So I thought it was so sweet that he was like, oh, I'm so sorry I haven't made you enough music. I was like, babe, you're the best.
I know, seriously. Seriously. And Jennifer, I love your comment. He can't cook to save his life. That's okay. He has Kihyun for that. He has Kihyun.
That's why they can never move out of the
I
dorm.
know. Stay together.
They all can
forever.
only do one thing. I bet you one person does the laundry, one person cleans the bathroom.
One
like-
person cleans the bathroom. You know exactly who cleans everything. You know my boo does that.
You're like, don't steal that from my boo.
I
Give him
know.
credit.
Come on, he's the number one cleaner. So, all right, you guys, let's start with "Love You." Saranghanda. Oh wait, I can never say it. Yeah, I'm not gonna try.
I can't say it either. This song, I feel like I shouldn't like, but I do. It's just so goddamn cheerful. It shouldn't be in my wheelhouse, but I kind of am obsessed with it. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead. Let's do this.
So let's do it.
Also, Jessica, agree. Agree.
눈을 감고 느끼는 바람 속 터지는 함성과 야유 방향 감각을 잃어버린 희망은 그저 불안전한 자유 어딜까 주변에 온통 붉어진 눈빛들의 향연 실패의 바짓가랑이를 붙잡고 늘어진 꿈들과의 악연
날 스치는 사람들은 질투해 그 속내 내가 누군지 이젠 제발 keep smiling.
This song does a great job of being sad and
Yeah, I'm
hopeful.
writing just for you.
저 뒤찬이 공기 속에 어느새 나의 대화는 침묵이 됐네 울분에 맺혀 터질 때 너란 파도가 날 흘려보내기에 그 속에 빠져 헤엄치기도 또 내가 살아 숨쉬는 걸 느껴 You make me feel alive You're the one who make me shine
넌 나의 바다 꿈을 꿔 who you are.
It's so catchy the way it builds.
흘러가는 대로 무게를 타고 go with the flow Life is flow 나란 파도에 몸을 맡기고 요동치는 심장은 또 두근거려 언제 마주할지 모르는 현실 앞에 무릎 꿇기 싫어 난 다시 일어났네 승리란 눈앞에 아른거리면서 또 잡고 싶은 것
거짓된 세상에 너만 바라보고 있어
And Kihyun really shines on this.
날 던진 이 넓은 수평선 위로 날아올라 넌 나의 바다 꿈을
And Minhyuk too.
you are 널 향해 가는 항해에 소리쳐 feel alright yeah we still alive 우린 내 사랑한다 사랑한다 널 사랑한다 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 멈춰서지를 못해 선상이 부는 희망 속에 우리 손을 잡고 넓은 품으로 달려나가 넌 나의 바다 꿈을 꿔 who you are
Oh, I love Kihyun and Johnny.
소리쳐 feel alright yeah we still alive 우린 사랑한다 사랑한다 널 사랑한다 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 사랑한다
Oh my gosh, this song is so good.
So good.
Oh, I love this song so much too.
I there's something about it. I really love how sad it sounds in the beginning. But it's the sadness. This is so weird. I don't know why this is where my mind goes. Like, to me, it's sad because you're walking away from something, but you're walking towards something else, which
Like
is, of
something
course, much different than just walking away from something.
Yeah.
So like it's interesting that there's that dichotomy in the song, but overall to me the song is hopeful and loving and sweet even without knowing what the lyrics were before. And I just feel like it's funny, like I said earlier, it's almost like cotton candy. There's a point where the chorus almost feels too sweet, but it's just enough.
Yeah. So Ju Honey wrote this, of course, with Mon Bebe in mind.
Of course.
Of
Oh, did
course.
you, honey, write a song that says I love you a million times? I wonder who it's to. He's the best. He takes care of us.
Yeah, he really does. And I mentioned this when the song started to play. I love that beginning sequence. I love it when Ju Honey or I Am starts off a song. Like there's something about the rap line when they start off a song, and I love how Junie. Why did I say Junie? Ju Honey.
Junie.
Junie. Ju Honey.
You already have a special name for
I
him,
know, right?
Wrecker.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, how he starts off the song with, like you said, it sounds like very sad, you know? It's just like this sweet little whisper, you know? But it's just so,
It's
his
melancholy.
voice is just
Yeah.
so gorgeous though. Like his, oh,
And this song, he really gets to do both things. He gets that husky, gorgeous flow, rap flow that we love him for.
yeah.
But then later he gets to belt out the chorus with Ki-hum behind him, like soaring vocals. It's just like,
Yeah, he builds
ugh,
too. He builds too
ugh.
when he's like, whoa.
Yeah, so beautiful. Like,
사랑한다. See, now I can say it.
Sunjo, I saw your comment. I can totally understand that. This song makes me feel better. It makes me feel better. And it's like indescribable. It's not just because they're saying I love you. There's
Yeah.
something, the song feels like a hug.
Yeah,
It
really
feels
does.
like a warm hug, and I can actually feel it all the way from South Korea.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you. This is definitely going to be one of those songs that it's funny because it's one of those songs that when you're sad, you'll sing it, right? Because it'll make you feel better. But when you're feeling happy, you'll sing it because you love it.
Yeah.
So it's really good for every occasion.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mon Bebe Treasure's Chest, like I agree with you, it does give the same vibes as Stand Up for Sure.
Oh, totally. It really makes me think of an anthem. This to me is the song you close out the show with before the encore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you play your new single.
Yeah, which like this song was actually later in the set list. I think last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was not the very last song, but pretty late.
Yeah,
Pretty
it was
late.
later in the set. Yeah,
It feels like because like we said, it feels like a goodbye in a way.
But
Jessica, I love that you find hope in this song. Same.
yeah, it's
Same.
definitely-
It's weird how 1 3-minute track can make you feel so many emotions. Like this song really takes you on a ride, but it proves that it doesn't have to be sad at the end, you know, like
yeah.
I don't know. I really love this song. This song, I'm still surprised how much I love it because it doesn't sound like something I would listen to at all, but it's catchy. It's an earworm. It's just nice. I mean, it's nice to have a happy go lucky upbeat song.
Yeah.
There aren't that many of those.
Yeah. Yeah, this song is just beautifully written. Like
Who wrote this one, by the way?
Ju Honey wrote this.
And just mostly him, right? Maybe some randos.
I think he was credited first on this
Okay.
one.
I love how all the boys are credited first. It's so amazing. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
these are their songs that they got a little help tweaking at the end on,
Yeah.
but that they wrote. Like, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this. This song's so great.
Yeah. This song is,
It totally did remind me of the end of the Dreaming movie.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Where,
Mhm.
you know, be like, it's like a rousing, like coming together song.
Yeah.
Ugh, I love it. So good.
Yeah, it's such a great song, and like you said, like Minhyuk and Kihyun, like all of them shined in here, but especially like I felt like Minhyuk, his sweet like with the sound of the song and with in conjunction with his sweet voice,
Yeah.
it just flows so well. And speaking of flow, I like how he did a ode to not the title track. I'm sorry. I love how Jew Honey you said are saying life is flow, which is also a line from Flow from
Yeah.
Fantasia X. So, which is like pretty amazing. Like how again, they kind of just put in like little intricate things like in their songs, you know. And so if you listen to their catalog, you know, like you kind of see it, you know. So
Yeah,
I'm really
they
like,
have a whole universe.
yeah,
You don't need to know it's there to enjoy their music, but
yeah.
if you enjoy their music, you can read a lot more into it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a casual listener, you're definitely gonna miss it. But like, if you're somebody who like us, who really like listen to all of their songs on repeat 10,000 times, like you could,
Like literally every
yeah,
day.
yeah, every day. You see like little nuances like this, you know, which is like, oh, that is so amazing. Oh,
Yeah. And again, I think part of the fun part of them all getting more equal share or stake in the lines is then we get to hear all these great like harmonizing pairings that are a little, I love hearing all five of them together, but it's really fun to hear just two at a time.
yeah.
And to see how well their voices sound together and work together. I just really love it. Yeah, like Jew Honey and Kihan all day. Give it to me.
Yeah,
Love it.
sometimes you kind of see like that as an unlikely pairing, right? Like Jew Honey.
Yeah, for
or-
some reason I
yeah,
do, which makes no sense. I don't know
yeah,
why.
but it works, you
It
know.
totally
It
works.
works 100%.
I,
So.
I mean, is there anything vocally Kihan's ever done that didn't work? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yes, yes. All right, you guys, we're gonna move on to.
Wait, Tammy, you listen to BAP, right?
Wait.
Listen to Mom. Look at Mom Baby Treasure's chest comment.
Ah. Oh no, I have not.
I thought they were one of yours. Oh.
No. I have not listened to BAP. No, but now I have to like check them out.
Yes, definitely. I will definitely check them out.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for new recommendations, guys. So please.
Yes. If there's
Even
a
though I
song-
really shouldn't get into any more bands, not as heavily as I'm in. I'm not going to be a mom baby with every band. I just can't. It literally takes up so much of our time.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for it because it's the best.
Yeah. Our channel, we try our best to cover a lot of underrated bands as well.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and bring it up to us. But
Yeah, drop it in the comments on our page.
yeah.
No.
Okay, so we are going to move on to And. It's the
Which-
last.
I personally think is technically, like the way it's written, the way it's performed, the best song on the album.
And I actually remind me of that comment because I have more stuff to attach to that. So,
Oh,
all right. So here we go, you guys. And
this guitar is so beautiful.
it is gorgeous.
차가웠던 길은
아.
숨을 아름답게 얼음 같은 손봄처럼 비게
작은 모든 것에 그대가 있기에 의미를 두네 유독 긴 밤도 견딜 수 있었네 희미해 보이지 않을 때쯤 선명히 날 안아주는 네품그 모든 순간을 위해 You will find, I will find 우리 시간이 지나도 Can't forget all the lights 찬란히 기억해 Want you to wanna stay 다시 넌 어느 때부터지 Want you to wanna stay
So good.
부족한 내 매일 난 그때 곁에 널 헤맸을 때 Light it up so I can say Hey 나 기억할게 나는 않았지 솔직하게 I wanna give up just wanna give up
그때마다 넌 옆에 있었고 잠시나마 있게 해줬어 꺼져버린 빛도 다시 너로 밝혀 꼭 나를 찾아 밝혀 Stay with me
희미해 보이지 않을 때쯤 선명히 날 안아주는 이 품 그 모든 순간을 위해
You will find, I will find 우리 시간이 지나고 Every
Ah,
day on the line
so
잘
pretty.
기억해 Run through the lonely days 다시 넌 안 올 때 느꼈지 Run through the lonely days
짙어져갔네 매일 난 그대의 곁에
널 헤맸을 때 Light it up so I can say Hey 날 기억할게 이 모든 걸 아름다웠었던 걸 나를 잊지 말 그건 졸리기도 해
Ah,
Oh my gosh, gorgeous.
sad.
So gorgeous. Ugh.
Okay, I'm
Ugh.
reminding you.
Okay.
The song's
so-
technically written, I said, and performed very beautifully, perfectly, perfect.
Yes. Yes. Like when we saw the fan live, it was just gorgeous. They were all sitting down and just singing this song. Um, so Hyungwon's favorite song from this album is "And."
Oh,
He said it multiple times. He told I am multiple times that this is his favorite song. Like he absolutely loves this song. I am, of course, like the master at words, and he said and an N. There, you drop the A from and it becomes N, right? You add E in there, it becomes N. And then he continues to say like, "There's never forever highs. There's never forever goodbyes." And so, and here's and then it's like and is like a continuation, a conjunction,
mhm.
like something that is continuous, right? So, so there you go. There you have it. That's IM's take on, how it was named and what he was having in mind.
Wow.
Um, which is like, oh, I did not even think about that at all.
Yeah.
Like I was like, all right. I'm gonna refer back to Lily's comment that I agree about because I have the same sentiments about it. So I.M has grown to be very vulnerable through his music. And this is like it clearly shows like his feelings and how he conveys it through music. Like it's just absolutely beautiful and
Yeah.
gorgeous. Like my gosh, the words are like so touching. Like a part of me just like wants to cry,
Yeah.
because like stuff that I mean like some of the words like saying like, I just want to give up. It's just like, oh.
I feel like this song has a very haunting quality about it.
Mhm.
It's something that maybe the feelings you're having when when you want to hear it are temporary, but they don't feel temporary.
Yeah.
When you're having those feelings and you're telling yourself, just go to bed, you'll wake up in the morning, you'll feel fine. But at the
Yeah.
time, you're like, I'll never feel better.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like to me. And I do think I agree with you that he has been very vulnerable. And I think there's been a couple different people, and maybe he's the best example of during the pandemic has really given them a chance to look inward
Mhm.
and really decide what they want to talk about, what they want to be heard for.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree with you. I think the vulnerability in this is so good because it's so real. Like this song feels very raw, even for Monsta X.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, totally. Ugh. But it's like just reading these words, it's like so crazy. You see, like
Yeah.
you could feel like all of the crap that they've been through,
Yeah.
like just through
This
the
line right here
song.
that you have highlighted, I pray hard that you won't forget me. Imagine being in the middle of the pandemic, you're literally your job is performing and you can't
Yeah.
for years.
That's like your livelihood. That's what you
It's
crave.
it's not just that.
That's
That's who you are. It's hard. I mean, I think for these guys it must be hard to disassociate, right? Like you are what you do in a
like
large sense.
you thrive on the crowd, their
Yeah. Yeah.
energy.
Well, and if you create and just throw it into the void, never get any like feedback, it's
Yeah.
like, did it happen?
Yeah. It just feels weird,
It's very weird. It's very weird. You're especially for people who perform live. I feel like you're used to that constant loop of like applause or, some sort of like visual confirmation that things are going right or you need to change course or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine how devastating it must have been. Like, I mean, we're all devastated, but if your job is basically who you see yourself as and then you don't have it,
Yeah.
I mean, ugh, I just feel like it was hard on them in a way that was different than us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, going back to like Hyungwon, and his ment last night, like it's just like
Yeah.
you could see the struggle, like
Yeah.
what he's been through and what he was feeling. I mean, words could convey so much, but you just felt it through like his expressions and the tears
Yeah.
and ugh,
And that's
yeah.
why this song is so good because like it's like you said, it's all there in the words, but even without them, that sad, cold, echoey kind of guitar, it
Mhm.
just feels like a late night under a street light and it just stopped raining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you get the whole you feel it.
Yeah, you
You
feel
can
that.
feel it without knowing what's really happening. Which I think is a testament to the beauty of this song. It's just it's so
100%.
good.
Yeah, 100%. Like I agree with you on that. Like I say like all the time, like I don't hear the words. Like which is really weird. I don't hear the words first, but I hear like the instrumental first. That's why I always bring up like weird things like, "Oh, did you hear that part of the?" And you're like, "What?" I hear the melody first, the instrumental, the music bed first, and this song, this song is just like it's stripping like the vocals away from it. It's just you could feel like that sadness,
Yeah.
like definitely the sadness from it, and
And it
it's
starts small, so it is like a wave. It gets bigger and bigger.
yeah, and it's funny how like the last song felt like a warm hug, right? But this
Yeah.
song feels like you want to give that hug.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
This
it's
feels like a cold walk home.
yeah, yeah,
Just very different, very, very different. So it
yeah,
is interesting that this is the song they chose to end with.
yeah. I feel like they like to end their albums either with like a really it reminds me of Fatal Love. Like they ended it with like I'm sorry not sorry, like with like kind of like
Which
a
sounded
slow
nothing
song.
like anything else on the album.
Yeah.
But that was, yeah, kind of the joy that's how I feel about Love You. I feel like Love You actually doesn't sound like any of these other tracks. All these other tracks go together.
Yeah.
But Love You's kind of random. It doesn't, I'm not sure it actually belongs on this album, but it's really freaking good. So who cares?
Yeah.
But it has a very different vibe, I think, than most of
I,
the other songs.
I think musically, yes, it's like very different, but conveying the message of a different type of love, like I
Yeah,
feel
from
like it
that
fits in.
standpoint it
Yeah.
makes sense in the continuity. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
And it is, like you said, a different factor of that. Mom Baby Treasure Chest, I totally know what you mean. When he's saying I pray hard that you won't forget me, it's like, how could you even think you'll be forgotten?
I
Ugh,
know.
that's
We love you
despair,
so
right?
much.
That's despair. It's so sad. You're just like, Come over here and let me hug you forever.
No.
Just smother you. Love you.
Seriously.
I just, it's been so hard, I think, like when you reach out on social media, just to anyone in general, even your family, it's still hard to feel that same, warmth that you can feel in person.
Yeah.
So, even if you get 100 great messages, sometimes I bet you only focus on the bad one.
I know. That is so true.
Yeah. Because we're humans and we're
I
like
know.
that.
Yeah, seriously. Why do we thrive on that? I don't know. But yeah, I would never forget him either. We would never forget him. Crazy. That's crazy talk.
Crazy.
Crazy talk.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Whoever
Sanjo, I like that quote.
Yeah, Sanja's quote says, Mom Bebe tells me to rest and sleep better, but you should know that if I did that, there would be no Mon Bebes.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
I know. Yeah, it's interesting though because this EP starts out with such a, I mean, the first song is so like, I can't get enough of you. I need you. I'm breathing you in. I'm inhaling you every moment. And by the end, we're at a place where it really does feel like you're getting dropped off at your house for the last time.
yeah.
So it is in terms of what they wanted to achieve, Shape of Love, different colors, different flavors.
Yeah.
I do think they take us on an emotional journey, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, total roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. And it's not, you don't usually start at the high.
Yeah.
So I think that's very interesting and smart of them. They kind of flipped it a little and it kind of keeps you coming back for more.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I say that And isn't my favorite right now is because I'm not sure it's an everyday song.
No.
It's really emotional for me. So I'm not sure it's something I could just throw on at any time. That's why I kind of love Wildfire, because I could throw it on at any time and be like dirty dancing, getting ready to go out,
Yeah.
So it's a little more fun in that sense, but
Yeah.
songs like And, those are the songs that are why you bond with a band, or why you stick with a band, are like, the songs you're like, play this at my, wedding or funeral or whatever.
Yeah.
Like those are the big moment songs.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I thought The Dreaming was such a gorgeous big moment song.
Yeah.
On that album, which I don't think got enough credit. It was so beautiful, and it was really like a manifesto of how to live. It was just like this crazy amazing song that you're like, a pop artist released this, what? It felt too deep. Too deep.
Yeah.
Like it was so good though. And that's what this makes me feel. This makes me feel like it's just very emotional and really like close to the nerve.
Yeah, I mean, we both love like all the songs on this album. I will say for me, And is a beautiful and gorgeous song, but I 100% agree with you. It's something that I can't listen to every day. I'm a very emotional person, um, and so this would put me in a weird mood, like
right? It's gorgeous, but like it's
Yeah.
not what you listen to right before, like, I don't know, an interview.
yeah.
I love it, but yeah, it's it's not in every mood
Yeah.
piece.
So, and I would go back to like your example. You would listen to Wildfire whenever. I will listen to Burning Up whatever, like whenever, because it's that type of song where it's like, let's turn up,
Yeah.
And that's my personality. I'm like happy-go-lucky, that's who I am. I smile a lot, like.
I'm gonna put that on your tombstone. Tammy, she turned up.
Yes. Yeah, but Sanjo, I agree with you too. Like this would be like on a mood like play like a crying playlist. Like
Yes.
it's true.
This
It
is a song that when
100%
you
true.
need it, you listen to it on repeat for 48 hours and then
Yeah.
can't listen to it for 6 months because it
Yeah.
makes you think of something that is horrific. But it's comforting and terrible all at the same time. But yeah, I really like, it's interesting how when you really sit down and start talking about the songs and like how it leads you on this journey and where you're going, and like it's interesting. I still think the songs maybe are they're in an order that I feel like I need to look at closer because I feel like it's trying to tell me something. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the way it's put together, it's so meticulous. It's obvious that everything has a place and a purpose and a plan.
Yeah.
And I just find that so amazing because honestly, guys, there's like two types of writers in the world. I don't know if you know this. There's plotters and pantsers. Plotters outline everything. They're the good ones. Pantsers go by the seat of their pants and see what's going to happen. That's me. So I think it's like really phenomenal how they make sure that every little nugget and scrap ties in somehow, that it's part of the world, it's part of this unit, it's part of this universe. It's just so cool. I just feel like there must be like a whole office of people just like with stacks of files about Monsta X universe and where stuff fits and where it doesn't fit and what you can shoehorn in where. I just think it's crazy. I feel like I could write my master's thesis on fucking Monsta X.
Yeah.
If anyone would let me.
Yeah, of course, girl. Yeah, you know what though? Like, if you guys didn't know, Beth is a writer. So like she gets this stuff, you know? So I mean, I'm from the outside looking in. So I have a different kind of perspective on things, you know. So when I say different, it's because I work in the music industry. So,
well, it's kind of cool because I've been a performer and a creator, and you have spent more time behind the scenes in production and knowing like where that money goes and what it does and how to best get every single little use out of it. So I think it's interesting how sometimes we can hear something and be like, oh, I love this, but we're like, oh, but it's not gonna help. It's not gonna make any money, or it's not gonna, like, unfortunately it's still a business, which is shitty, but I only want them to do amazing so that they'll never stop making music forever. As far as I'm concerned, if everyone doesn't understand how cool they are, well then F them. But they have to understand because I need my voice to make money and make music forever.
I know. Music. Get the royalties done.
So I just need to convince one person a day to start standing Monsta X. That's my goal.
Yeah, that's our goal.
It's more like one person a week, but I will take it. I will work hard, guys. Yeah. Don't worry.
Seriously. I feel like that's our lifelong goal is to have people join our fandom, our manga fandom.
Yes, please.
Yeah. And which they are we are one of the best fandoms, by the way, because like when we first joined, oh my gosh, like everyone was so sweet, so kind, and so one of the best fandoms.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the comments and yeah. I see what you guys mean about how, of course, he might be worried that people would forget because they had that experience. They had that experience where people were basically like, you're not doing enough, we're out. Which is crazy to me. I'm one of those like loyal, like once I'm into a band, if you don't put out an album for like 5 years and suddenly you have an album, I'll be like, what? Amazing. Yeah. I'll go get your album. I'll go to your tour. I'll, I don't forget. You might be on hiatus, but I'm always waiting for you to come back.
Yeah. And I'm going to add to that because again, this is where, I mean, Beth and I say again, because Beth and I always have this conversation offline about the differences between like American music artists versus Korean artists and how like the culture is very, very different, you know? I'm going to use Adele as an example, even though she's a British singer, like of course Americans love her music. I mean, how long has it been? 5 years before she released her new album? Yeah. Like, it was a long, long time, you know? And for us, it's very celebrated, you know? Like, we celebrate someone coming back from hiatus. But when it comes to Korean artists, you know, like, if you don't make a comeback like Blackpink, like, right away, like, it's like, people start they
Face the
start
wrath of
yeah,
Twitter.
they start losing like their fandom, and people start getting really upset, and the culture is just very different between the two. So with Beth and me, we're like, "What? You're coming back around? Oh, okay." Like,
I can't
hey.
believe it. They worked so hard,
Yeah.
like
I'm so
every
sorry.
day.
I just saw Sunshow's comment right
Yeah,
here.
right. I know. I was like, I love it, Sunday. I love it.
Um, but yeah, like it's just like very interesting, like the culture.
Mm.
Because I will say, I could talk about like American music because that's obviously American, and I read a lot of fair share of agreements and what it entails. And so with American music, it's based on commitment albums. So if you sign with a record label and it is 5 albums, meaning like you have to release 5 albums, and sometimes it doesn't include the greatest hits, like 5 fresh albums with the label, and you're done with those 5 albums, you're out. You could go to another label if you wanted to, or you could stay. But with the Korean contracts, which I haven't had my hands on because one, I can't read Korean, and two, like I need an insider from Hi America or something like that so I could read a contract from them
Where can we
because
find
I'm dying
those?
to read it. But with them, we know about their but it's what I do know is that it's not based on commitment albums. It's based on years, which is like completely different. 7 years of like, okay, then you have to release at this period, this period, this period.
Yeah, because
So
if you think about it, 5 albums could be 15 years if you don't release
yeah,
one that often.
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, 5 albums in like in the American culture, yeah, you could stay with a label for 20 years
Mhm.
and finally release that fifth album, and sometimes they don't even release that fifth album. They'll just stay with the label
Look
as
at
well.
Megan Thee Stallion. That's why she's fighting so hard. Her label released her last album, but called it a mixtape so that it doesn't count towards
Yeah,
her total, so she can't leave.
yeah, yeah. And a mixtape
Shady.
is, yeah, a mixtape, it could be equivalent to like an EP where it's just like a X amount of songs or whatever, and they'll be like, nope, that's not a commitment album. You have to, stay with us. And then the label kind of milks her, right? Because they get like a
Yeah.
large portion of,
Because they're still getting profits from that mixtape, whether they would consider it an album or not.
yeah, yeah. So,
So,
so the whole thing is just very, very interesting.
yeah.
Whereas like in Korean culture and their music industry is completely different, where it's like you have this time, but the label over there has a fair, like I wouldn't say fair, but the label could drop you anytime if they wanted to. Where you've done
You
weed, you're
can't just
out.
leave the label if you
Yeah,
think they're doing a crap job.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Super
it's
interesting. Yeah, I
yeah.
still want to read one of those agreements one day.
Yeah.
Please, please, dear Lord. If we can only find a discreet lawyer to slip us one.
I know. Someone's slipping one. It's totally
But I
confidential,
mean,
but
overall thoughts, like I just feel like this album is so well made, so beautiful, so it's put together very thoughtfully. And I just love how much, it feels like another piece of that love puzzle. You and I were talking about that one day, how it's like they have all these albums called Love, Flavors of Love,
all
Shape
about
of
love.
Love, Fatal Love, Flavors of Love. So there's just, it feels like another piece of that love puzzle. Which I think it's so sweet. It kind of feels like every time they put something out, they're very focused on Mom Baby. It
Yeah.
feels like a direct laser eye to Mom Baby. Like, this is for you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like it so much. I'm really happy with this EP. I'm sure I'd be happy if they read the phone book, but I'm really happy with this EP.
Yeah.
I really like how much Youngwon I'm getting. And if IM wants to join a vocal line, fine, do it. I don't care. Beautiful. I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was just as shocked as you were just to hear so much of I am being more of a vocalist, you know? It's just like, ugh, it's beautiful and I love it, you know? It's like he's showing like a different side of him to us, which is like we all could appreciate. See, one of the things that I love this band so much is that they're always different with their comebacks. You know, like it's No Limit is completely different from Shape of Love,
Yeah.
and The Dreaming and Fantasia X and Fatal. You know, I just
Follow
yeah,
and
yeah. They're all like they experiment with their music so much. Like I mean, it's just incredible. And like definitely the past two Korean albums, like No Limit and Shape of Love, like every single song is to me was like non-skippable, you know, like
yeah.
I
That's
it's
the
like
best thing about Monsta X albums.
yes.
I feel like every artist, you're always like, there's going to be one song I won't like on here, but there aren't any on theirs.
Yeah.
You can listen to every song. I even listen to the remixes sometimes. I don't need
Yeah.
to. But I'm just like, I'm just going to listen to this song 4 times in a row because it's just playing
Yeah.
every version of this song. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's still good.
Yeah, it's still very good. Still very good. But yeah, it's just, you know, but one day though, like, I know that they're getting older, but going back to Sunjo's comment about like Minhyuk saying that like they have to be constantly working or there won't be any Mon baby around. I
Mm.
hope that it comes to a point where, you know, they don't have to feel that way anymore, you know? And again, I'm going back to the fan live again. Um, I loved how Jew Honey said that they're like a golden turtle. You know, like that was like just a strange analogy, but I get it. I get where he's coming from, you know, like they still have so many goals that they want to reach. But they are getting there. Like with every comeback, their sales are getting better and better, you know.
It
And
weirdly feels like they're just getting started.
yeah, you know. Um, and I think it has also a lot to do with them like being out there, like being on Idol Radio, people getting to know them. Midnight Idol with Kihyun and I Am.
We were talking about how they've been doing Jingle Ball for like 2 or 3 years now. 3 years.
I think since 2018 or 19. Yeah, it's been quite some time. They're the first K-pop band that you know, joined Jingle Ball, you know, and joined that circuit and
And
been
that means a lot of people who would never listen to this music are getting a chance to hear them
yeah.
and see them.
Yeah. I know.
I'm sorry, I just thought about the crop tops again. Give me a second.
Which crop top is the question? So, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean,
But I agree with you. I hope that I hope someday that they realize that, there's people who can appreciate their artistry and will follow them no matter what they're doing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like I'm like you. Like once I'm a fan for life. Like
yeah.
if they don't come back in 3
Oh, yeah.
years, like, you know,
I guarantee you when we're 70, there's going to be a bunch of bands that are like having reunion tours and we're going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, sister. You know it. Yeah.
See you there, Stace.
Yeah, I know, seriously, right? But yeah, I hope that they get to rest one day. But like for them though, I know that they were very vocal about like they like to be busy all the time. So
Yeah, I'm just looking at Sunjo's comment about that. Yeah, it does seem like it's part of the culture over there, not resting. I feel like we're so obsessed with work-life balance over here. We don't realize that a lot of the rest of the world doesn't give two craps about that.
yeah.
Some people are better at it than us. And then some people, I mean, look at China, 996, right? You work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. So, there's very different ways. I think it's interesting that you have to, like, you're only as good. There's a saying in the movies that you're only as good as your last box office, right? Your last opening day.
Mhm.
But for these guys, it's like you're only as good as what you're working on, as what's about to come out.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're on music shows now. What are you doing next?
Yeah.
That's all they ask them on music shows. It's interesting. It kind of reminds me of, you know, when your girl gets married and then her mom's like, so when are you having a baby?
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna
Jesus,
say.
I just got married.
Oh
Give
my
me a moment.
gosh.
My friend, literally, her grandma asked her at her reception.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
I was gonna
I
give you
don't
that
know.
analogy. I was gonna give that analogy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like the moment you get engaged, they're like, so
Yeah.
what
So
are you
I
gonna?
just feel like, you know,
Yeah.
they never, you always have to think of what's coming up, not, you can never really enjoy your accomplishments that much.
Yeah.
I would love to see Monsta X in some sort of like in the soup situation.
Oh my
That would be
gosh.
cool.
Yes.
Could we do a Monsta X-ray where, or Bon Voyage? Could we do a Monsta X-ray where they like are traveling or they like go to a monastery in Tibet and don't
A
leave for 2 weeks?
monastery. There is a series of them.
Monasteries are okay with crop tops.
Sure. No one discriminates. But I will. It might be a little bit disrespectful, but I mean, but yeah. I will say, yeah. There is a series of them. Like we get to see them rest, like vacationing stuff like that. So, but to your point, I want to see a series where it's more recent, where we get to see them rest.
Yes.
You know, post pandemic. You know. So that would be nice, you know? But these guys are constantly working like all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I
yes.
feel like that's why we want to show them how much we appreciate. That's why we're always trying to like, you know, rally votes or rally streams and all that kind of stuff.
I know. It's true.
It's the only way we can show them we see you, we love you. Thank you.
I know. Seriously. I think that's partially why our channel exists.
Right?
Yeah.
That and doing crazy things like spending a bunch of money on MX agent stuff. You guys, I should not be allowed to have my credit card late at night. It's a problem.
I mean, I guess I don't know if I was a good friend or not, like telling you about it. I mean, I was like,
She
hey,
told me about that I am robe, that robe that I am designed. Well, what do you think was going to happen? Of course I bought it. I tried not to. I didn't for like 3 days.
yes.
So terrible. Bad influence. Bad influence.
I mean, it would be in a sense where, I mean, I would be a terrible friend if I never told you about it and you didn't realize.
Well, I'd
that
be
it
mad
was-
if you told me after it was sold out. So
Yeah.
your options were tell me before it was sold out or don't tell me.
Yeah, and I figured if I told you about it when it wasn't sold out, I mean, I wouldn't get reprimanded as hard. So,
You did the right thing, but
you know.
my credit card's mad. Mom Baby Treasure Chest, that sounds good. Yeah, that's right. Monsta X and Jeju. I forgot about that. We need to watch
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys, it sounds like you guys did, but I hope everyone loved this album as much as we did. It, like you said before, Tammy, it's very different from No Limit.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I really like No Limit, but this is just a different, it's a different vibe, and I'm leaning into it too. I feel like all of theirs are like that. It's like I'm so hung up on the last comeback that I have to get into the new one a little bit, but then I'm like so into this one that the next comeback I'll be like, what? No, I love Shape of Love. That's all I'm listening to.
Girl, I'm still stuck on Fatal Love.
Right? I know.
I think I've been telling you that.
I thought you were
every
gonna say
week.
Fantasia because I know you listen to that song like 8 times a day.
Yeah, I do. I do listen to Fantasia 8 times a day. Fantasia, whoa. Maybe your fantasy. Bring it back. I don't know why I love that so much. And I don't know why I always sing. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is perfect. Yay! I'm so glad we got a chance to do this. I'm looking forward to doing this for more bands, more artists, more mini albums, more Monsta X.
Yeah. And thank you guys for jumping on with us.
Yes.
And like commenting and making this like so much fun for us. Like, wait, Wanho's coming soon? What?
Coming where?
I mean, like to the U.S.
Whoa,
Wait.
you can't drop a bomb like that, girl.
I mean,
Girl.
specify. Whoa. I do know about Wonho, and Sunjo had mentioned this to me the other night when I was live streaming. That he is in a musical for yeah, he is Theo. He plays the main role, and he's in a musical. And I forget what the run is. Is it about run?
Theo and what?
I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember the title.
But you remember his character's name?
Yeah,
That
sorry.
is so weird.
I don't know.
You're weird.
I'm a weird person.
Oh, a new album? That would be awesome.
Ah,
Ooh.
new. Okay, yeah, because it looks like. So I follow his main producer. I know I'm going to say this wrong. I say all names wrong, so I'm going to put that caveat on there. Anon, or whatever. I follow him, and it's really interesting because he always posts pictures of him and Wonho together. They're super close. He
Cute.
produced.
They both have abs.
Yeah, they do. And yeah, he bro works out, and I would say I think he's been producing his music ever since he went solo.
Awesome.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Hey. Oh,
And
good. Just another comeback. We only have 800. I feel like every single artist I like has suddenly decided they're having a comeback in May or June. Is madness.
Oh,
And then everyone's going on tour in July. I mean, come on.
I know. I know. Yeah.
Oh,
But
thanks for the tips, guys. Thank you. Inan. Like it. Cool.
yeah, see, I can't pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's Inan. Yeah. Enan. I always put this twang to it. Enan. But I know it's not that.
Nah.
Yeah. That's where my accent comes from. Which is awful. But anyways, but yeah, it looks like yeah, a comeback is on the prowl for one.
Yay. Well, good.
So,
Just more opportunities to swoon and giggle and love on our favorites.
I know.
And I hope you guys will join us.
Yeah, expect more One Hill content as his comeback comes closer then, you know. Cuz I still haven't well, I dove into Blue Letter, but I've heard the title tracks, but the music videos and performances, I haven't seen all of them.
What?
So,
I thought you had.
all of them? No.
Come Over Tonight? You haven't seen all of Come Over Tonight?
Not all the performances, just like
Wow.
just the ones with you. And those happen to be blocked, by the way, which is like really annoying because I
I
have a
know.
lot to say about it.
Lots.
That's when I realized KBS does not like us. So that's when I realized, like, oh. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for listening to us for 2 straight hours, 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. Of this listening party. It was really fun. Thank you so much for all of the comments. You know, it's always so much fun like interacting with you guys. We read everything. I think it's part of our charm on our channel, quite honestly, because we get so many comments from other people saying that that not many creators like respond back, but we always do because we appreciate you guys. And with all the information and all the, it's like a treasure trove from you guys, you know, like especially when we're learning about a new band. It's like you guys give us all this like insight, and we completely appreciate it and love it because like sometimes we just don't know where to begin. And so you guys are just so amazing, and thanks for jumping on, you know, and just having fun with us. Like, you know, if you guys have, now that we know how to go live successfully with both of us on here, um,
Also, I don't know if you see, but Mom Baby Treasure's Chest says Wonho has flying yoga. You should be reacting to.
I guess I'll do a reaction on flying yoga.
I don't believe she has. Now she will. Thank you.
Yeah.
These are the comments we like on our page. So thank you. Thank you so much. And Jessica, good luck tomorrow. You know, we're thinking about you. We wish you all the best.
Thank you for jumping on.
Thank you for jumping on so much.
Yeah.
I want to see Wano do flying yoga. Let's do that.
I know. Yeah, you'll hear me like, oh, that's a lot of core work, you know. Yeah, yeah, I actually did a reaction video on his Pilates. Like, it's really fun watching someone who is a bodybuilder do Pilates. It's just so funny because bodybuilding is completely like a different like animal when it comes to like working out. And like seeing him do Pilates was so fun because I relate, you know, like I am flexy, but like I'm a weightlifter too. Like I do CrossFit, but I love weightlifting a lot. So I get where he's coming at when it comes to like all the stretching. But yes, I will definitely do the flying yoga one. That is amazing. Um,
But yes, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend, or no, actually, it's a week, huh?
yeah,
Gosh
fabulous
darn it.
weekend.
It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Um, but we will be back with lots more stuff, and I echo everything Tammy said. Thank you so much. Our channel wouldn't be the same without you guys. You really make it worth it for us, so thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so if you guys like have any suggestions, I don't know if you guys know, every Sunday, well, with the exception today because we're doing a live stream today, but every Sunday on a community board, we always post our schedule. It's on the community tab. And if you happen to have like a suggestion, just send us a comment, or you can always DM us through Instagram or Twitter, or tweet us through Twitter like your suggestions. We always read them. So yeah. I'm sorry, I am loving these comments.
I know, deep snorkeling. That sounds good.
I know. I was like, all these secrets that, oh my gosh. All right.
All right.
All right, you guys, we're going to end it here. We love you guys, and have a fantastic week. And hopefully we'll get to do more of these live streams in the future. Yay!
Yeah. So we'll see you very soon.
Yeah, love you guys.
Love you guys.
Annyeong.
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 Mwah, mwah, mwah.